Let's open the book on this. Today in Honolulu, an unimaginable crime shocks the community with a health specialist facing grave charges. Hi there. Welcome to Laid Back Local, the news of the day with Leah and Garrett. I'm Leah, bringing you the stories that resonate close to home.
And I'm Garrett, ready to dive into today's lineup with you all, from the serious to the uplifting. Let's get started, shall we?
First up, we have a sobering tale. A Kahuku health specialist has been charged with manslaughter in the case of her adopted daughter's tragic death. All right, here's where we begin. Sina Pili, a 39-year-old behavioral health specialist at Kahuku High and Intermediate School, was arrested and charged with manslaughter. This stemmed from the tragic death of her 11-year-old adopted daughter, Azalea Pili Yu, back in December.
It's incredibly heartbreaking, Leah. The severity of Azalea's injuries, which were found to be consistent with abuse like bruising and broken ribs, is just, well, honestly, it's hard to fathom.
That's true. Despite Pili's academic background in psychology and social work, this case brings forward a lot of troubling questions, right? And on top of this, Azalea had pneumonia when she was found unresponsive. Her death was later confirmed as a homicide after thorough investigations.
Plus, the fact that her adoptive father is still under investigation, yet not charged, adds another layer. Also, remember those 4 other children in the household? Well, child welfare services have placed them in protective custody for their safety.
What a twist, right? I guess it makes sense since child abuse investigations take a lot of time. They delve deep into medical records, autopsy reports, and interviews. It's about ensuring no detail is missed. And let's not forget, Senate Bill 281 could potentially shift how law enforcement responds in these cases, right?
Yeah. Pili's professional training makes the charge even more shocking, doesn't it? As a Class A felony, she's facing up to 20 years if convicted. It's a serious path ahead, impacting her life enormously.
Absolutely. All right, on to the next. A Waimea nonprofit sets its sights on the moon with ambitions for a permanent observatory.
So here's a cool thought to kick off with. We have the International Lunar Observatory Association, based in Waimea, aiming to set up a permanent observatory on the moon. And this isn't just any mission, Leah. We're talking about imaging the Milky Way from the lunar surface itself.
That's so wild, especially given the mixed results of recent lunar missions they were involved in, right? With their partner Intuitive Machines, there were some hurdles, like landers falling over. So learning from those setbacks will be key for their future flagship mission, the ILO-1.
Exactly, Leah. These missions are crucial, not just scientifically, but economically too. Successful lunar explorations can lead to significant global implications beyond the bounds of our planet. It's like stepping into an entirely new chapter of exploration.
Totally, the innovation is inspiring. And, they might not have hit the mark with every landing attempt yet, but the thought of seeing the Milky Way from the moon is, well, just a thing to marvel at.
Wow, right? Let's shift to the next. We have the Honolulu Festival kicking off, bringing in a record number of students for cultural exchange.
Moving right along, the Honolulu Festival started on a really high note this year, featuring a massive turnout of 560 students from 14 schools. They're diving into cultural exchanges with performers from Japan and other Pacific Rim nations.
That's pretty cool, right? This festival is all about promoting cultural understanding and global connection. And given the pandemic-related hiatus, it's great to see it thriving yet again.
Yes, their focus on education and immersion, like with dances and traditional games, really helps to build those bridges. The event is rolling on across different Honolulu locales, including the Hawaii Convention Center and Waikiki.
So there's your big picture. I love how it reinforces global ties. Anyway, on that note, that's a wrap for our news today. Crafting new stories straight from Honolulu. Thanks for joining us on Laid Back Local.
And we'll be right here next time. Until then, stay curious and engaged. Bye, folks.